You're now tuned in to 11 Track Podcast. I'm the host, Desco Martin.
And it's the co-host, Dom Dye. What's up?
And then we got your boy. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
YoungHeat.
YoungHeat.
Of the
The Beat Majors.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to start off. Tell us a little bit about what your services are and what you do, first of all, so the people know.
Okay. I'm a music producer / audio engineer.
Yeah.
So I record, make beats, you know what I'm saying? And yeah.
And then tell us about your childhood. Like, where did it all come from?
Man, when I was younger, my mom Dukes, man, she used to always play mad music. You know what I'm saying? That was her thing. And so did my dad too. And so later on, when I started, actually understanding music and being able to play the music and have my own tapes and CDs and stuff like that, I used to always keep a tape in my pocket, she said, you know what I'm saying? So when we go to the store or something, I pull that mug out and put it in the little stereos they had at the store and be bumping that tape. So that was pretty much my start of getting into music. It's just my people, they always had music around.
And then how old are you now?
I'm 28.
28.
Yep.
And then so like, what was the process of you feeling like you were just doing something for fun and then becoming an actual producer?
For fun, my mom, at the time, my stepdad, he had a studio in our basement.
Okay.
So he had like the beat machine, the keyboard, all that stuff. And I would go down there, he would, just set up shop for me and let me basically create on his stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So from there, that sparked up that, that musical, I guess, that spark, that musical spark, basically. So from there, man, it just turned into me creating on the computer with this guy over here, Miles Young, and
shout out Miles Young.
Yeah. And we would make beats on the computer, man, and send it to his crib after school.
Yeah.
And after that, I'm like, this is what I'm doing. Yeah.
So what type of music influences your beats the most?
Man, the West Coast, like crazy. But we in the D, so I gotta give a shout out to Jay Dilla, rest in peace, because that's my all-time like favorite producer ever.
Yeah. Okay.
So, but the West Coast definitely is heavily influencing my music for sure.
What producers you mess with out there?
On the West, of course, Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
You got Battle Cat.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? 1500 to Nothing.
Okay.
Mike and Keys, people like that. Those are
Like Mustard?
I like Mustard, but that sound is just, it's repetitive, man. But I do like Mustard, man. You know what I'm saying? His grind is crazy.
And then what do you feel like established you as a official producer? What day did that start and like what happened that you felt like people start calling you and like recognizing you as a producer?
Yeah, that was back in like the MySpace days.
Okay.
I had my beats on MySpace.
Yeah.
And I was looking around for different artists. And, because nobody really knows who you are if you're not searching or if you're not, putting yourself out there. But I would put my beats on MySpace and then I just started hitting up artists. And then from there, when I started having people hit me back telling me my beats was nice, I'm like, all right, I'm about to start, really doing this thing and really shopping these beats to artists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then what are some of your achievements as a producer so far? Like what goals have you reached or what things have happened to you?
Well, I always wanted to, of course, work with artists.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that. I've gotten some placements with Alexis Branch. She was one of Stevie J's artists.
Okay.
PL, he's from Ann Arbor. And he was actually one of the 106 in Park Freestyle Friday champions for like 5 weeks.
Okay.
Yep.
Dang.
So yeah, and then I've done some stuff for TV, Empire. That was back in 2015. The NFL Network, Thursday Night Football with PL, matter of fact. And then just recently, we got a song with James Garden. That's on the ESPN's First Take right now up
that's
until
awesome.
March. Yeah.
Congratulations.
So, appreciate it. Yep.
Okay. So and then what local artists in Lansing do you work with? Because I think Mikey Austin told me about you. Yeah, that's bro. So
yeah. The last project he put out, I produced that whole thing, recorded, mixed, mastered, all of that. So that whole project. And then James Garden, we got a project coming as well, which that song that's on ESPN will be on that project as well.
Is that more of your vibe? That type of music?
Yep, that soulful hip hop.
Because he showed me a couple beats and a couple songs, and like some of the beats and like with the song together with the vocals, like it gives me chills. Almost. You're like, damn, like
man, that's great, man.
Yeah. So do you sample like a lot of songs, like a lot of old songs, or do you play those yourself?
I do both. More so play myself now, but I do sample a lot too.
Yeah.
But I know when you get to the point of that, like placing records and stuff, clearing samples can be a pain in the ass. So Yeah.
And then what DAWs do you use?
I'm on FL Studio.
Okay.
All the way.
You record on that too? How you liking that? Is that way better?
It's got its ups and downs like every other DAW, but it's hard. It's pretty straight though. Straight.
And then also like how'd you become a full service, as in like how'd you start selling beats online and all that? Like how did that come along? Because you make YouTube videos as well.
Right.
So how'd you start doing that?
Back in 2008, SoundClick was heavy.
Yeah.
So I jumped on SoundClick and got on there, and man, within that first year, I sold my first beat for like $200. And from that, I'm like, this is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to keep selling beats. But after that, I fell back and just started chasing placements. Yeah. But when you chasing placements, man, they don't come that fast. So I'm like, I need something in between that time. So I'm like, I'm gonna just jump back online, start leasing beats, selling beats to artists that's online. And from there, I was recording, of course, my bro Miles Young. Yeah. We didn't created so much music. The mixing started getting better. So I'm like, I'm about to start doing it with other artists as well. You know what I'm saying? Open up shop for the studio. So from there, I'm like, I'm about to do that.
For real.
And
that's when it picked up.
And then for like websites, where do you sell your beats at?
TheBeatMajors.net.
Okay, but is that with BeatStars or Airbit?
Yep, that's BeatStars.
Okay, what's the difference? What do you feel like? Why is the reason you went with BeatStars?
Well, when I first got on, they had this thing called the YouTube monetization, and so you put your beats on the BeatStars platform, but then you put your beats on YouTube, and they'll monetize those videos as well. So you're getting money from Google and BeatStars as well. Yeah. So they collecting money from both sides. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go here just because of that. Yeah. Yeah. So BeatStars, they've been holding me down. Yeah.
Would you ever work with any other producers like outside of your group? And if so, like who would you want to work with?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm always like wanting to reach out. There's this like thing, I'm gonna just put it out there, man. There's this little like for my city. Yeah. People always felt like because we had our group Outer Sound, they didn't want to work with me because they thought that we had our own thing going. Yeah. But just to put it out there, just to let producers know, if you listening, man, I'm not just with my group. We can work together. Yeah. But outside of that though, as far as producers, man, I've worked with like some of our Lansing natives. You know what I'm saying? Like Too Dramatic. I haven't worked with Crack-A-Lack yet, but I would love to work with Crack-A-Lack. I've done some small stuff with Eclipse. But locally, that's pretty much it.
And then you make your own sound kits too. So how do you guys come with trying to get those sounds from? Like, where does that come from?
Well, of course, we make beats, so we got a lot of beats that just chill on the hard drive. You know what I'm saying? As producers, even as artists, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have a lot of songs that sit on your hard drive. But me and Killer Dame, one day we was like, man, we about to just start creating our own packs, because we was buying other people packs, downloading sounds, and we like, why won't we just make them ourselves? You know what I'm saying? And then give, supply the producers with that. So from there, me and him, we opened up boatloadkids.com, and we just started creating our own sounds. So we'll just make loops or stem packs to where we'll create a whole loop, and then we'll track it out for producers so they can have the lead, the main chords, or the bass, or whatever.
And then how often do you drop those?
We try to drop at least 2 to 4 packs a month. Okay. So yeah, we've just been doing that.
What genre of artists would you like to produce for more? Like,
more so hip hop. Okay. More like soulful hip hop. I do the trap, I do the R&B, but my specific style that I like to stay in is the soulful hip hop.
I feel you. What's like 3 artists that you would want to produce for?
Locally or major?
Like anybody you could reach out to. Yeah.
Chris Brown. That's one of them. I've been wanting to work with Chris Brown for a long time, man. If I can.
You got some Chris Brown beats?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Chris Brown. I want to work with Dilla, but of course he's not alive anymore. So but if to go in place of that, I say probably like a it's a long list, man. If I got to narrow it down to 3 though, Chris Brown, Black Milk, who's from Detroit as well, and then the last one I'd probably say. It's tough, man. It's tough, but tough. I don't know. I'm gonna have to come back to that one.
And then, so like, how do you feel about like our music, like community in Lansing?
It's a lot of artists in Lansing. Yeah. I don't know every single one of them, but it is a lot of. We have a lot of them in Lansing. But the majority of the music that I've heard is pretty dope. Everybody's mad creative. Everybody's staying in their own lane. So.
And then like, how do people reach out to get in contact with you? Like Instagram, like how does that work? How does the the conversation work to where they can get some beats from you? Do you
Right.
just send them to the website, or if they want to work with you directly, how does that work out?
It just depends, man. If it's somebody, if I've never heard their music, I'll probably send them to the website just so that they can get a vibe or a feel of what I create.
Yeah.
And then from there, if I listen to the music beforehand and I like it, then I'll be like, yo, let's try and create something without you going to the site. Let's, you know what I'm saying, connect and sit in the studio and really vibe. Because that's how I like to create. I don't like to just, I hate sending people to the website, but sometimes you got to do that. But because you can't work with everybody.
Yeah. And then what's some advice you can give to a producer maybe that's just trying to start out?
Coming up, man, just, study. You know what I'm saying? I just put a video out. That's crazy you asked. But it was 5 tips to become a better producer. And one of the things is just studying, man, analyzing all the music that's around you. Studying your favorite producers. You know what I'm saying? Even artists, too. You got to know structure. You got to know format. So just study, analyze, just read mad books.
Do you ever get into like creative arguments with artists you're trying to work with? If you're trying to make a beat from scratch and they're not really feeling it, but you like know that you want it to sound like that?
Not yet. Because a lot of people that I've worked with, they respect me. You know what I'm saying? They respect my creativity. So I haven't really came to that point yet. You know what I'm saying? To where I got to be like, nah, you got to do it like this. But yeah, everybody's pretty much respecting my craft. So it's kind of straightforward.
What instruments do you know how to play?
Nothing.
Nothing.
I can play a little bit on the keys. I can do a little on the drums, but nothing
it's really by ear though.
Yeah,
right?
yep.
And then have you ever like wanted to take that further? Like, can you read notes?
No.
Yeah, have you ever wanted to though?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely. I want to learn the bass. I want to learn the guitar, the acoustic guitar specifically, but bass, keys, acoustic, yeah.
And then have you ever had any schooling for like what you do now?
Nah, man. When I wanted to go to school, my mom said it was too expensive. I wanted to go to Full Sail, but they want $90,000 a year.
Oh man.
So my mom was like, no,
that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I think the craziest thing that happened to me was I enrolled to LCC for like music management, and I was trying to get into their studio program.
Right.
And they asked me if I knew how to play an instrument, and I was like, no, sir. But I said I can show you what I do know.
Right.
And they wouldn't allow it. It was crazy. But
man.
Yeah, so like from there, like, how do you feel as a producer? Like, if somebody was to ask you, like, what keys do you know how to play, or like what's in tune, like, how do you feel like you go about that? Like, if somebody says I need this in the E or whatever,
right.
How does that work out for you?
It's kind of, I mean, I would have to listen to it, you know what I'm saying, and kind of go off the keyboard and go through the keys until I find that note, and then I'm like, okay, I know where I'm at. Okay. But as far as somebody was like you said, if somebody was playing the E or playing the A or something like that, I can't do it. But that's something I got to learn though. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna come with time though.
Yeah. Do you ever let artists get hands on with you? Like if they know how to play the keys a little bit, you let them mess with the beats?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like Mikey Austin, for instance, Miles Young, for instance. Like when I'm in the studio and they're like, yo, I got these keys or this melody, I'll be like, lay it down, and then I'll come and drop drums on it. You know what I'm saying? Some of his projects, Miles' projects, he's laid keys down, and I'll come do the drums on it. But I don't have a problem with that because it helps me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the only one doing all the work. So I'd rather somebody come in and be like, yo, I want to do it like this. And I'm like, okay, I can take it from there. And
then how many times are you involved in like the beat battles? Like, how often do you do those?
My first one was in 2012 here in Detroit at the Shelter. That was through iStandard. And they do those all the time. But after that, I started getting back into it in 2014 with Oze, All of the Above. Shout out to them. But they do it twice or 3 times a year. Yeah. So I've been trying to just stay at them. So I've done about 5 all in total, and won about 3 or 4.
Did you win the last one? You won the last one, right? Or was there one after that?
There was just one recently, but the one before that I did win. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
And then how did you feel? Like, is it nerve-wracking, like, letting other people listen to your beats, or are you just confident? You're just like, all right, it's going bang?
I'm pretty confident now.
Yeah.
Back then, like, the first one when I got into it, I'm like, man, I don't know what I'm walking into. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how people are going to feel or how they're going to take these beats, but it's just about stepping out there and just doing it. You know what I'm saying? You'll never know.
Do you have any younger family members that do music?
My sister does music. She actually lives up here. She goes to Wayne State right now. And she does music, and she's just working on her own thing, trying to put a project together.
You working with her?
Yep. So trying to groom her to better her creativity.
Yeah. Yep. How often do you drop beats?
I do a beat a week. But I do more, of course. But as far as releasing, I drop one a week on my site.
And then like so from there, like how many like instructional videos do you drop? Because I feel like you do a lot. Like,
Yeah.
how do you keep that energy as well to keep on pushing stuff?
Right. Well, my thing that pushes me is that when I was coming up, I had people around me, but I didn't have people around me that knew or showed me like, okay, you should make your beats like this, or you should structure them like this. And all this stuff that I know I had to learn on my own. And I know that there's producers out there in the same exact boat.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm gonna give them the game as well. And the only way for us to prosper in this world, you know what I'm saying, the way the universe works, man, is to give. So I give so much game to help other producers. So that's what keeps me going.
Hell yeah. What's a productive day look like for you? Like, what time you getting up?
Ooh, well, I work a job right now, so I'm up at 5:30 every
Hey,
day, Monday
shout
through
out.
Friday.
Shout out to the 9 to 5s. I'm still working the factory job too.
I'm up at
We got to get it in, man. But
4:30.
yeah, on the weekend I kind of sleep in, but I'll stay up all night just to keep working, just to get those videos done, get those beats done. Yep.
Does it drive you crazy like when you're at work and you're thinking about like music and stuff? 'Cause I feel like it drives me crazy knowing like, okay, we got a podcast, we got to do this, we got to do this. Like,
Yep.
do you ever feel like exhausted, like from coming home from work or something? You're like, man, I know I got to do this, but I'm tired.
Right.
Like,
Nah, not really, because the music keeps me going. That's my thing.
Yeah.
But when I get out of work, I get off at 2:30. I'll go home and take me a quick little nap, power nap, and then get right back up and get to it. So
That's what's up. Do you ever like use your voice memo on your phone to like record a little melody you
Oh
got
yeah,
at work
all the
so
time.
you don't forget it?
I learned that from Miles, man. He do that all the time with like he'll like record verses, and I'm like, man, I should do that same thing. So for certain melodies I have in my head, I'll put it in my phone, and when I get to the crib, I'll lay that joint down.
and then you have a son as well. How old is he?
That boy is 7 years old.
7 years old. Are you gonna push him to be musical?
If he wants to be, I don't want to push nothing on him. You know what I'm saying? I want him to be free and live his life. And because his thing is basketball.
Okay.
So he wants to play basketball. He says he wants to play football, but I know basketball is his thing. So that's what he's going to do. I'm with it.
Yeah. And then what's some like future goals for you as your business as Beat Majors? Like what's the goals?
I want to pull some more producers in. I want to pull some more artists in and just kind of build a team so that we can have production, we can have writers, and then later on, I know you do photography and videography. I want to do that too, not myself, but pull those those factors in so that I can be a one-stop shop.
Would you ever think about moving to the West Coast so that you're like more influenced by them? Like,
yeah, definitely. I want to end up on the West.
Okay.
Yep, that's my future goal, is to end up in Cali somewhere. I don't care where, but in Cali, man, where it's at.
And then who's your favorite artist?
Favorite artist, Dilla.
Okay.
Yep, he's a rapper and producer.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
And then from starting from when you were young and then getting into a producer, like was there a transition where you wanted to be a rapper at one point?
Yeah, I started off rapping, man. I had so many names. I'm not going to expose those names, but I definitely had hella names, man. And I wanted to be a rapper at first, but then just production intrigued me more than writing raps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like production more than anything.
And you ever thought about ghostwriting for people, for artists?
Nah. Because I don't even know. I mean, like, because people ask me too, like, you going to put hooks on your beats? Like, I don't even know how to come up with hooks. I can come up with a melody.
Okay.
But I can't put the words there. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Yeah.
And then what do you start out first when you're making a beat? Is it the drums first?
It all depends. Most of the time I do start with the melody just to get something going, but sometimes I'll start with the drums. Like if I'm doing a hip-hop joint, I'll start the drums just to kind of get a groove, and then maybe I'll chop a sample or just lay some chords down or something.
And then how fast can you make a beat?
Man, I've made a beat. The fastest I made a beat is like 10 minutes.
And then how come like you only drop, because you said I think you drop at least a beat a week, because you know you have more.
Right.
How come you don't like put those out?
Because I'm trying to touch two markets.
Yeah.
So a beat a week is 4 beats a month. I'm trying to move it up to 10. I'm at about 60 to 70 beats on the site right now. But once I get to 100, I'm gonna be starting a membership club for artists.
Okay.
So they can pay a specific amount a month and have all the beats. But I drop other videos, like as far as like for producers making beats, or if I'm just inspiring or something like that. So I try to just keep a balance between the beats and stuff for producers.
Okay. What's the latest in the night somebody can get a hold of you?
Man, my phone goes on Do Not Disturb at about 10 o'clock if it's on a weekday. But if it's on the weekend, man, we can chop it up at any time of the night. It can be 3 a.m. If it's some money calling, I'm answering.
And then do you sell more leased beats or exclusive?
I sell a lot of more so exclusive.
Yeah.
The leasing thing is picking up, but I've really been just trying to push more so the exclusive because I like to, like I said, work with artists personally.
Yeah.
And then how what's the price range of an exclusive beat?
It starts off at 800,
Okay.
depending on the level of the artist and the type of beat they want. So if they want like a custom beat, then of course it's going to be a little bit more.
Yeah.
But yeah, starting off at 800 for exclusive though.
Okay.
Do you ever sit there and talk to them and give them advice on why an exclusive might be better than leasing a beat?
Yeah,
If they don't know?
definitely. Because sometimes artists will hit you up and be like, "Yo," just like yesterday, I sold one of my deals. My deal is 3 for $50 right now.
Okay.
And I sold that deal yesterday, and the dude was like, "Yo, can you take the beats off your site because I'm gonna promote you to some other artists, and I don't want them to buy them beats." And I'm like, "Bro, you just leased the beat."
Yeah.
But if you know what I'm saying, if you wanted me to take them off the site, you got to purchase exclusive rights.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you exclusive is better
Yeah.
because now you own that beat and you
Yeah.
can pretty much do whatever you want to do with it. You know what I'm
Whatever.
saying? Yeah.
Do you ever feel like have you ever been like, has anybody ever tried to like talk you down your price, or have you ever felt like lowballed?
All the time, man. All the time.
How do you handle that?
I just kind of break the numbers down to them, because
Yeah.
sometimes people will be like, "Yo, what's the deal?" And I'm like, "Bro, 3 for $50. If you break it down, most people sell their beats for $25.
Yeah.
But if you divide 50 by 3, that's about $16 a beat.
Yeah.
For real. That's
What
cheap.
more of a deal do you want?
Right,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? So yeah, I try to just break it down to them, and sometimes they'll get it, and sometimes they'll be like, "All right, man, I'm gonna hit you up when I come up on the bread." But
Yeah. When did your price change? Like in the beginning, was it a little bit?
oh yeah,
less?
yeah, it was cheaper in the beginning. Back in 08, I was selling them for 20, but as I progressed over the years and started getting placements, and my name started just getting a little bit bigger, I'm like, all right, I gotta take these prices up because can't lowball myself. I guess it's gotta
Yeah.
be beneficial for me
For
and the
real.
artist. But yeah,
Is there like one specific moment in your life that made you realize your worth?
man, when I got on TV, that Empire placement in 2015,
Okay.
I made the beat, I mixed the song and mastered the song, and they still picked it up, and I'm like, okay, I got something. I know it's
Price
worth
is
something.
going up.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then where do you take it? Where do you take it from here? Like as in, like how do you want to, like in a year? Where do you want to be at?
I want to be working for myself. With more placements.
You want to
under
quit
my
your
belt.
job in a
yeah,
year?
definitely.
You planning?
Yeah, my goal was by the end of 2018
Yeah.
to be done working completely. Of course, life works in different ways, but that's my goal. And as long as I'm working hard enough to get to it, I can
Yeah.
get to it. But yeah, I want to be able to quit that job, have more placements under my belt, and have a recording studio so I can work out of it and have people come in and record.
Yeah. How often do you? How many hours you work? Like your regular job?
Oh, at my regular job,
Yeah.
I'm there about 35 to 40 a week. Yeah.
Dang. How,
Yeah.
how do you fit that? How do you fit that time of creating in? Like, do you just go from there home and start working?
Yep. I give my time. I give myself like a schedule. Like I said, I get off at 2, so I figure that's another 8 hours in the rest of the day to
Yeah.
get stuff done.
Yeah.
Because I go to sleep about 10, 11 o'clock, so I can be up at 5:30. So yeah, about 8 hours. I got enough time to knock some stuff out.
How much? Like back then, how much could somebody get like an exclusive beat for?
Back then, like when I first
Yeah,
early
yeah,
days,
yeah.
like I said, I sold one for $200.
Yeah.
I didn't know, what I'm saying, no paperwork, no nothing, but it
Mm-hmm.
was to somebody overseas too. So I'm like, $200, you can have this beat, what I'm
Yeah.
saying, because I didn't know, but yeah.
And then, like for your website, like, how'd you go through? Like, what steps did you take to start selling kits? Like, did you go through what is it? What's the website? Did you go through GoDaddy or like?
The first one we
Is
had,
it a WordPress?
The first one we had was through a Selfie.
Okay.
And they have like a little pro thing to where you can just post your stuff up there,
Yeah.
digital files or whatever, and then they pay through PayPal. And then after we made enough money, me and Killer was like, all right, let's go get a WordPress and pay it off for the whole year.
Yeah.
They only wanted like $70 through HostGator.
Okay.
Yep. So they wanted $70 for the whole year, and we was like, bet, let's do it. And we made enough money to do it. So from then, we just been running to the bank.
When you end up making the studio, do you want to put it here or do you want to wait until you're out of the state?
I want to definitely put it in my hometown,
Okay.
in Lansing, where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all my people from Jackson, they come to Lansing anyway.
Yeah.
And then I get a lot of clientele in Lansing too, so I might as well just put it right there.
And then, I was watching some of your guys' beats. Who does the After Effects on that?
I did that.
You do all that?
Yeah. Me and Killer Dame, he does his stuff, but me, as far as like for the BeatMajors
Yeah.
stuff, I do all of that.
And
yeah.
then, so you do the graphics as well, everything.
Yeah.
So how'd you learn how to do that?
YouTube.
YouTube?
YouTube, man, I'll just go search like a template or something.
Because I think
grab
I
it
was
up.
watching the beat video and there was like snow, and I was like, Where the fuck you get snow from?
Yep. After Effects, man. Like I said, I just go to YouTube and they have a bunch of free templates.
Yeah.
And you just grab it up and then you can edit it. You know, put your colors, put your backgrounds, and add your text and all of that. Yep.
And then was it the template as well for like your beat kit design? Like that box?
Yeah, yep. That came from producergrind.com. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
They have like a membership service where for $20 a month, they update their thing, I think like every 3 months or something, but it comes with like a starter package. So like you get the box, he gives you graphics for flyers, like studio flyers, beat flyers, like if you got a beat sale or something. So we just stuck with the box thing. Killers used some of the other flyers, but I stuck with the box, so for the kits and stuff like that.
And then how often do you and Killer Dame collab?
Man, that's my dog, so we working together like all the time.
Yeah. And then so like with him, like you said, so what is TheBeatMajors? It's just you.
Yeah,
but then it's everybody else in a sense.
Yep. Everybody, Killer Dame is affiliated. That's like family.
Okay.
So of course he's gonna rep, you know what I'm saying, the TheBeatMajors. But the TheBeatMajors start off with me, and then it's another homie that I have from Jackson. He's out in California now.
Yeah.
And I started it up because I'm like, you know, we need to come together. So I started up. So I'm like, let's do the TheBeatMajors. And he was like, all right. So from there, we took it. And once he moved away, he kind of fell back a little bit. But I'm like, I'm going to keep it going. So
what year was this?
This was 2014 when I first moved up here.
Okay.
Yep. And then I started that up. And then after that, I met Jarrell, Young O.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, your beats are dope. You just got to work on like mixing and stuff like that. But I'll take you under my wing so I can teach you, you know, certain things.
Yeah.
So it's me, him, and Killer Dame.
And then you're from here originally?
I'm from Jackson, Michigan.
Okay, Jackson.
Yep. I moved up to Lansing though.
Yep. And then so like, how did you meet these people? Like, how did you meet Killer Dame?
Yeah. I met Killer Dame through Izzy on the beats. We had a beat battle. That was back in 2014 at Scene Metro Space in East Lansing. And at the beat battle, Killer Dame was in the battle. So we talked for a quick little second, and at first I'm like, there's another dude trying to, you know what I'm saying, link up with me. But then after that, we just started getting cool. And from there, we started hanging and chopping it up every single day. And then one day, one of my other young homies, his name is Dennis, he plays the bass for me. And he was like, yo, you mind if I bring my boy through? And I'm like, oh, you know, I don't care. We just gonna be chilling in the lab. So he brought Jarrell through, and he was playing his beats, and he was just a young cat, you know what I'm saying, wild, you know, energetic. And I'm like, man, I'm not about to be kicking it with this dude. But then, man, we just started chopping it up, talking, you know what I'm saying, and he started bringing his beats over more, and I'm like, yo, you got something. So let's just all bring it together.
He's a character for sure.
Yeah,
I seen him dancing at the beat battle.
That dude got energy for days, man. Energy.
Yep. Do you still reach out to people, or you just let them reach out to you?
I do a little bit of both. Lately, I've just been kind of staying to myself because I want to have something to present to people. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be reaching out to somebody because I know how it is. Because artists, you know, they reach out to us and we look at them and be like, you know, you haven't done anything. You know what I'm saying? But I know how it is, so I just kind of stick to myself and kind of but just been trying to build the brand up just so that when I do reach out, I can be like, yo, you know, we've done this. I got this going on. This will be a good opportunity for you to be, you know, part of the squad.
And then, so you got the platform and everything. Would you ever think about being a DJ?
Nah, I've done it.
Never?
I've done it, but nah, I can't keep up with that.
Why not? Why not?
When I did it for some weddings for a couple times, and it's just hard making the beats match. You know what I'm saying? Switching over and the transitions. I can do the beats as far as my own because I know how this beat sounds compared to this beat, but somebody else's thing is kind of hard.
And then what type of environment do you have to be in to like create music? Like what do you have to do before you make a beat?
I know a lot of producers, they have like a special ritual. I don't really need nothing. We can get it going at any time. You know what I'm saying? No matter where we at, we can get it cracking right here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I do, of course, like to, you know, indulge in the ganja, you know what I'm saying? Some drinks. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
Are there specific sounds that you use like on a lot of your beats?
I like keys, piano, regular piano.
No, but I mean, like, is there specific like sounds, like as in like, is there a specific like snare or a drum?
Oh yeah. I have like a custom like
your own
pack.
Kit.
Yep. And I start off with them, and then later on, once the beat is like pretty much built, I'll go back and change them. You know what I'm saying? Go through different sounds, different kits, and just change the sounds out or stack. Yeah.
So say you're going on a trip somewhere, like you still taking all your stuff with you?
Oh yeah, that's why I keep a laptop.
Okay.
A lot of people get a tower, they want to build a computer up, and I'm like, nope, I need that laptop so I can take it on the road and be mobile wherever.
You take a little MIDI keyboard too?
Yep.
You record off your laptop?
Yeah.
So you record out your house?
Yeah.
Okay. And then how often do you do sound engineering for people?
I do about good 2 to 3 sessions a week.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I'm just trying to stay active with that so that people can know that I do have it, but I kind of keep it low like that because it's in my house.
Yeah.
I don't want too many people coming to my
Really?
crib.
We
you know
feel
what I'm
the
saying?
same way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
People hit me up all the time. Can I come watch you edit my video? I'm like,
nah, not in my crib, man. Not in my crib.
What's an instance that you turning somebody down if it's too late?
Yeah, man.
Come
If
to
it's
your
mad
house?
late, because I live in an apartment,
Okay.
and I can mix in my headphones, but I can't turn it up the way that I want to in an apartment because people will complain.
You get noise complaints?
Nah, man, because the people in the apartment, man, these mugs will vacuum at 11, 12 o'clock at night, so they don't really be worried
Like,
about the
whatever.
sound. But I still don't, because of what I do, I don't want to give nobody a reason to come to my house.
Exactly. I feel you.
Yeah.
How often do you use live instrumentation?
About 40 to 50% of beat in the beats.
And how does that work? Like, how do you record that?
Like I'll have my musicians come through, like Tyler Jensen, he plays the bass. Dennis Johnson, he plays the bass.
And you just plug it straight through your interface?
Straight through the interface, yep. And then I'll have like you guys heard, y'all know Austin Tipton, right? From Lansing?
No.
He plays the drums, but he also plays the keys too. I'll have him come through and lay some stuff down. But
I might have to meet him.
Yeah, most definitely. Those dudes are dope.
You break off everybody that comes and works with you hands on?
Yep, man. I try to
what's
do good business from the jump because on BeatStars, that's a good thing about BeatStars too. Airbit does it too, but you can put the people in like their PayPal email.
Oh, okay.
And then so like say if Tyler or Dennis comes and lays a bass on it, I don't
Split
care if
it in
you only put a bass, you get 50% period just because you did production on it.
Yeah.
We splitting it right down the middle no matter what. I just want good to be known for good business.
So you cutting the price if I'm an artist and I come and work with you on the beat? Are you cutting the price?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Okay. Whoever come work and you lay some drums or whatever, we splitting that right down the middle. Period. Yeah.
And then how often do beats get sold on your site? Like, could you make a living?
Yeah. Well, right now, no, but
Yeah.
it's getting there though.
Yeah.
It's getting there. By the end of this year, I'll be there for sure.
That's what's up.
And then do you have like a current like a big following at all? Like, are there certain artists that are like, I only want to work with you?
Yeah, I got my bro Miles Young, of course, and then I have a few other artists in from my city that will come to me just for their beats. Yeah.
Do you have any tapes out with people that are just with you?
Yep.
Producing?
Yep. Miles Young, James Garden, the Mikey Austin project. Who else have I? There's some other stuff out there too. PL. I've done like the majority of some of his projects too, like 2 or 3 of his projects.
And then how does that come along? Like, were you like, how often were songs made with that Mikey Austin project?
Man, we try to link up at least once or twice a week to get it done. Yeah.
Yeah. And then so like, did the beat come first or did the lyrics come first?
Sometimes the beat came first.
And can you work off of that? Can you work off somebody's lyrics?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, excuse me, he had a I'm trying to think of what song it was specifically, but he had one where they already had the lyrics going, and then they came in with a Taylor. Oh, I think it's a So High joint.
Oh yeah,
He
I like
had
that song.
Yep, he had an idea for that song, and they started the joint in the studio as far as her playing, and then coming up with a hook or whatever, and then from there they brought it to me, and then I added the rest of everything else.
And then how do you feel about if somebody was to come to you with a beat, like a YouTube beat,
Yeah.
and be like, "Can you remake this?"
Man, I get that a lot.
Yeah.
But I kind
How
of
do you handle it?
I tell people that I'm not finna do that.
Yeah.
Because I'm a producer just like they are.
Yeah.
So I would hate if somebody took my beat and took it to another producer and they
Yeah.
like, yo, can you recreate his beat?
Yeah.
It's like, no, like spend that money.
Yeah. Or how do you feel if somebody brings a YouTube beat and tries to record on it with you?
They do that all the time. I don't
Yeah.
trip though.
Okay.
Because I'm still making money off the session.
Yeah.
So even if I don't make money off the beat, I'm still making it off the other end.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Does it ever feel weird that has anybody ever done that to your beats? Like, have you ever found a YouTube, like your YouTube beat in a song that somebody made and it had your tag and stuff on it?
Yeah. Yep. I found some, but it is what it is, man. That's the way of the game.
Yeah.
So you can't really trip. I mean, with the leasing thing, like if you're gonna pay for a lawyer, you're gonna lose a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? To try and get on somebody about taking your beat off of YouTube, it's not worth it. So you must just let them run. Just let them rock with it.
Would you ever pick back up the mic if somebody's like, "Hey, hop on this track that we made"? You know what I'm saying? Lay a verse.
Man, I laid a verse. When was that last verse? That last verse was in 2009. That was the last time I ever dropped a verse on Miles Young project.
Never again.
Never again. I'm not doing that.
And then what other ventures are you planning to go through? Like, is there clothing? You said you wanted to get a team together. Like, what do you want to do in that sense? You said an all-in-one service. So did you want to do videos eventually and stuff like that?
Yeah, I do. Not like I said, not me specifically, but I just want to be able to have that service though.
As a package, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. So if somebody comes to the studio, they record the song, they can come, they can go shoot the video as well right after that, with my video guy or whoever it is, you know what I'm saying? I do want to get into clothing as well, but later down the line.
Yeah. Has anybody, have you ever met anybody that was trying to come out from whatever state they were to come work with you?
I've had that maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
I think I had someone come from Ohio, and then I have another cat that I work with that I've known since 3rd or 4th grade, and he comes from Chicago because that's where he lives. So sometimes he'll come rock with me up here. Yeah.
And then, is there a specific studio that you would like to work out of?
Just in general?
Yeah, yeah.
I would love to work out the Hit Factory out there in Miami. Yeah.
And then what about locally? Do you ever work out of those studios? Like
I've worked at 707. Yep, I've been at 707 a few times. We did mad sessions in there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so and then before we take off, can you want to plug yourself in and then your websites and everything?
Most definitely. You can catch the beats on TheBeatMajors.net.
Yeah.
You can follow me at TheBeatMajors on Instagram, TheBeatMajors on Twitter. YoungHeat on Twitter.
Yeah.
The BeatMajors on Twitter is just for promo, but YoungHeat is where I'm at personally.
Yeah.
And then follow us on or subscribe to us on YouTube at the BeatMajors.
And then from there, like the Instagram at BeatMajors, how come you don't have a I Am YoungHeat?
I do have a YoungHeat one. It's they call me Heat, but when I made the BeatMajors Instagram, I just put most of my time into the BeatMajors because that's my brand. And I pretty much put myself on the BeatMajors one anyways. I should have changed the YoungHeat one over to the BeatMajors, but I'm like, at that time I was thinking because I got other people affiliated with it, I'm like, I'm going to just make one just for all around. But I just been putting more time into the BeatMajors though.
Okay, and then you want to plug yourself?
And then it's Dom Die everywhere, and then Versatile Visuals on the Instagram.
And then it's Desco Martin, Instagram 11 Track Entertainment, Instagram, YouTube 11 Track Entertainment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.